Okay, it works out.
All right.
All right. So I'll just ask you a few questions, and I just need you to answer. As I don't know, maybe as detailed as you would like. Just answer, be free, and all of that. Okay.
All right, no problem.
All right. So just briefly introduce yourself to us.
Okay. My name is Bruno Fernandez Nixon, and I'm a student of Afe Babalola University at Doekiti. I'm in 300 level, and I'm part of the association in school for my college as the Assistant General Secretary. I'm Brazilian Nigerian, mixed in Nigeria for 4 years now. So, I mean, I'm aspiring to become, an airport manager in future, and I'm currently studying tourism and events management. Although I have a background in the aviation industry, with studying piloting for 2 years before coming to Nigeria. Um, so, I mean, and one of my major goals is to help people as life goes on because I've learned so much and been impacted by others. And it's one of my major goals, especially in the college right now, because um, majority of students you know, they don't have these opportunities that I've had, traveling from one place to the other, and they don't know how to get to their goals. They're scared about the future. So I actually plan on bringing opportunities and, making them know that they don't need to be scared. So that's basically a little bit about myself and ambition.
How was that
Hello?
like the aviation experience? What exactly did you do? What exactly did you learn?
Okay. So the story started from my father. He has you know he was an ambassador in the embassy in Cape Verde, and he traveled a lot. And as a kid, I was always aspiring to be Superman. Little as little until you grow up and you know that there's nothing like Superman. You can fly. So something relating to that were planes. And I was so passionate about how it functions, the aerodynamics, and everything about it. And from there, the passion started growing. At first, I wanted to become an ambassador like my dad, but then I discovered management. And I love to manage things. I love to manage events. I love to manage small talks and etc. So I decided to fly a plane. And from there I studied piloting, which I haven't gotten all my numbers of hours, and unfortunately I didn't write my last exam. Uh, but I mean, I have a lot of friends in the aviation industry that are now pilots. You know, so at a point I discovered something. As a pilot, one of the head chief pilots that trains other pilots and etc. So I wanted to become that. But as life went on, I came down to Nigeria during the Corona period, and I mean, I started discovering, the airport management itself. So back in Brazil, me and my friends would sit, we would talk about, how planes are so awesome, and that circle of where only planes we talk about, you know. So I got to know other air hostess, and the fact that I speak English, in Brazil, which is a Portuguese-speaking country, open doors for me because if you speak English in Brazil, your opportunities are high because that's what they're looking for. So it started pushing me more and more deeply into the aviation. I would go to the airport most of the time. Sometimes I would teach, some air crew, English, giving them lessons. I would earn from that as well. Like it's just like opportunities come in, and you find yourself being connected in the industry and all. So far so good.
Wow, that's very that's very interesting, and it's a very fun story as well. I mean, I could ask a list of other questions relating to that, but I really want to know, like now that you're connected with us here at Hire Me, what would you say that does for you? How does that benefit you and your goals, and even in your school environment?
All right. So I'm really honored to be part of the Hire Me as campus ambassador, and it's a very big opportunity because I I've been thinking about how to get a company that could train students and give them like job opportunities where they can research. And aspiring to become the next president of the college, it will be a plus because then I can, give that opportunity to the students, create small talk, based on hiring. And since it has to do with, jobs and everything, it, it definitely benefit a lot for me as a person, as a professional as well, and also reaching my goal to bridge, the fear of students, especially the final year students. Most of them, I've done my research. I'm the kind of person that does the research before I go into anything. So, uh, the final year students, if you ask them, okay, after school, what next? Then they would reply, oh, well, NYSC, I think that's what it's called. Yeah. And after that, find a job and start life. But then when you ask deeper questions, like, oh, so do you want to become a CEO? Do you want to, do you want to have your own company? What do you want to work with? It's the fear starts kicking in, and they just can't answer. And I'm trying to bridge that for them to, for the smaller ones to know more or less what they're projecting, in future before they graduate. So I feel Hire Me is going to be the best, option because I've seen it and we've done a Zoom meeting, with some students and it was very fun, and interactive. A lot of students benefited from it.
That's very nice. I like how you're even passing it on to like the next generation, if I want to put it that way, and you really want to help people to come up as well. That's a really noble thing to do. And I'd like to ask, aside maybe planes and management, like, do you have any other interests or hobbies that you like?
Well, I'm the type of guy I like to put my hands in, everywhere. I really want to own different businesses in future, not just one. I play basketball, I swim to relax, after a whole week of stress in school, because it's not easy, I also have, I'm open to learn. I'm always open to learn, different fields and, a lot of things. I'm not just limited to management itself. I'm open to learn a lot of things.
Okay, so you're open to a lot of things, and you do quite a few sports. That's very that's very interesting. Adela, do you have any maybe questions or any other thing that you'd like to ask Bruno?
Okay, yes, I do. Man of the hour, Bruno. Okay,
Hello, Adela.
hi. So my question to you would be if we could so you've been at IME for a while, you've seen how things run, and what would be your advice to students out there? Like, what do you think they can, because I know that information is power and a lot of people don't even have that power at hand right now. So a lot of people are limited to what they know. What would be your advice to young ones out there? What should they do? What should they start doing early? What should they not do? Just something along the line.
All right. So one thing that I do know based on my experience is, I always try to learn, and I would advise to always learn. Never limit yourself. One thing I learned from someone from some time ago was when you go into a place, don't be limited, don't be shy, don't say, oh, if I say something, everyone's going to look at me. Because as long as you don't talk, you're still going to remain in the same place you were. So, I would advise to, speak, try to know the man at the top. That's the king, that's the CEO, that's the, so in your journey, trying to know the person at the top, you end up finding out that you have build connections, you build friendships, and those friendships will help you go further in life. And even if you don't end up getting to know the king, those connections can take you to different, different directions, which are doors that are open to you. So don't be shy, always have courage to move. You try to learn things, leadership, and whenever you find problems, never dwell on problems. Don't waste your time, solving problems. Trying to, talk about the problem, because that's a normal thing we all do nowadays. I used to have problems with my mom on that as well, because It's always, oh, this thing fault, and now look, we have to spend a lot of money to fix this, and all and all. Then you're still dwelling in the problem. Then I tell her, okay, fine. So solution. What's the solution? So whenever you see a problem, identify a problem. You don't waste time in the problem. Always try and go for solutions. Find out solutions, and you grow. That's my advice.
Okay, that's great. That's like really great. I think that's a really great advice. All right. So my next question will be about Hire Me. So having spent a couple of months as a campus ambassador in Hire Me, what else do you think Hire Me can incorporate to further impact students?
So Hire Me is a very great company, in best of my opinion, and I still have a lot of plans, for Hire Me in my school, especially in my college, and other colleges would also benefit to it as well. And God willing, winning the election, I'll be able to, go for that, and also for the higher student body in school. That's the ones that deal directly with the management and the founder of the school. I would work in hand with them to, bring Hire Me to awareness, and create events where we can talk a little bit about Hire Me, or have some team come down to the school and talk a little bit about Hire Me, and educate them on how the professional field is, and etc. Whenever we have events, we can add the logo of Hire Me, so it can create awareness as well. So basically things that are educative and things that are fun. So Hire Me doesn't just look, okay, there's a professional life, but then it's also balance. So that's basically it.
So I'm really rooting for you, and I hope you win, so we can further publicize Hire Me.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I think even myself as a person, I've learned from this, because you're not done with your undergraduate studies yet, but you've achieved a whole lot, and that's really impressive. So for me, I think I'm done with questions. I just wish you the best in all your endeavors.
Wow, it's actually been really good. You're a very interesting person, and you have your future ahead of you, very bright. You have a lot of prospects. I like the plans that you mentioned. They sound very nice. So I just want to say thank you for giving us your time today. Thank you for this space in your day. And yes, like Adela said, I just wish you the very best in your endeavors. I hope you win that election. Good luck to you, and for whatever else you want to do. It's all good wishes and great energy from over here. So have a nice day.
I mean,
Bye.